Hey everyone, welcome back to a new season of Making a Difference in Mental Health, season 4. Wendy, we are back.
We're back. We had a long hiatus, but we are back. We're excited. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
yes.
Happy 2024.
2024. Just in case you forgot, I'm Danielle,
I'm Wendy.
and we are back. We are so excited to be back with you. It has been a long time.
It has.
It's been a long time since we've recorded an episode, and today's episode really is just to say welcome back, kind of catch up with us, catch up with you all, and just kind of talk about what we're expecting for the new season.
Right. Kick it off. Interesting guest. Hopefully we're doing some more live podcasting, which I'm excited about. I love to be in the community and see people and interview them on the spot. It's so much fun. But what's been happening?
Well, I am excited to say that I am now an LCSWC.
Woo!
When I tell you that this has been 10 years in the making, I've held my what was an LMSW, previously an LGSW, for about 10 years. And Wendy knows I've always had test takers anxiety. If it was a talking exam, I would have passed it 10 years ago.
Right.
But
I think we all say that.
Yeah.
The multiple choice can be very tricky.
Yeah. And there's been so many changes and shifts with the exam that I'd heard about before taking it. But finally, with the encouragement of Wendy and other colleagues and family and friends saying you can do it, I went ahead and I took the exam.
Yeah, you passed.
And I passed the exam. Yes. So I'm looking forward. Looking forward to whatever the sea holds, and also with that, I guess again, it's been a long time since we've been able to catch up with everyone. We've done different panels and workshops on different mental health topics and issues. So that's what's been going on as well.
Yep. We'll definitely share with our audience those kinds of things. I don't really have anything other than my birds are out of the playoffs.
So
now I got to talk about it. I'm a football person. So the city of brotherly love is really sad, really frustrated. We had high expectations for our birds, but we didn't make it. But Philly fan for life.
Yes, I definitely know that, and I was waiting on whether they were going to be able to be in the playoffs or not, because we know that Wendy is a resident Birds Eagles fan, and so I guess next year.
I guess so.
I guess next year, Wendy.
Next year. But here's the good thing. I love football, so it's not over. We lost in the first round of the playoffs. More playoff games this weekend. So our very own Ravens are playing. So hopefully they do a number this weekend and they make it to the big dance. So I will be watching lots of football this weekend.
Okay. I like watching the halftime show. Football is not necessarily my thing, but I do love the entertainment aspect of the Super Bowl and the commercials. So
okay.
yeah.
So we're not at the Super Bowl yet, Danielle.
Oh,
it's okay.
Again, it's not my thing.
That's Usher. For this Super Bowl halftime show. So that's going to be exciting, regardless of who plays. It's like we want to see Usher, right? So real excited about that. So I just want to kind of pivot a little bit. We're in a new year, so as we said, Happy New Year, audience. And what comes with New Year's? What do people usually do?
New Year's resolutions.
That's right. Everybody's like flocking to the gym. What's the number one? I want to lose weight, be healthy, get in shape. So everybody's flocking to the gym. Yeah. And it's stressful when you create these resolutions, and then there's all this pressure, at least for the first month, to maintain them. So I was doing a little bit of research on my downtime, and I came across an article from UC Davis Health, and it talks about 7 tips to keep your New Year's resolution. And so I thought, what a nice thing to share with our audience at the beginning of January. We're like mid-January right now, but in January, to just help people stay on track and not be stressed about the New Year's resolution. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's good. I know that here at Advanced Behavioral Health, we also do support groups where we talked about New Year's resolutions, and we got a variety of answers of either keeping them or ways in which to keep them, what is most effective. And some people decide to keep their own timeline. I think it's about keeping themselves accountable,
right.
And also finding those who will help keep them accountable. I know for myself, if I do set a resolution where I am now, it may actually be more long term, or there may be markers in between, so that I don't give up. We're at the end of January, and at the beginning we're so gung ho about resolution, right. And then by mid January or the end, it's like, well, and then some things might come into play. But I think just being a little bit easier on yourself. But if you are, if you have the intention to set, why not set markers? Or, from your list of tips, how would we be able to set and maintain our New Year's resolution?
So this is why I like this article. So it's 7 tips to keep your New Year's resolution. So tip number 1 would be picky about your resolution. So we may want to lose weight, or eat more vegetables, or go to the gym more, or be with our friends more, or stop smoking, like a whole list, a laundry list. And that can become overwhelming. So the number 1, be picky, is pick 1, pick 2, so you can be successful and not stress yourself out with the resolution. Okay. Second one is plan your resolution.
That might be the first one. Like, plan it out.
First one. Like, plan what you want to do, and then pick a few to do it. But it's best to plan a goal. Resolutions fizzle because people don't think about it. It's not thoughtful in their planning, and so when they're in the midst of doing whatever, and it starts to fizzle and it's not working, they just entirely give up. So tip 2 is just plan it out. Envision over the next 12 months what this could really look like.
And that's what I meant by the markers. So, if your plan is to lose 20 pounds, weight and exercise is always the go-to.
Right.
So if you're planning to lose 20 pounds, I wouldn't say January 1 to January 31, you're losing the 20 pounds. But what if you set it for, within 6 months' time?
Right.
It's not only losing 20 pounds, it's planning out your meals, clean eating, exercise, going to sleep. Sleep is a big thing that we've talked about in last season, but planning it out according to what is feasible for you to do.
Right. So I love it, because I think, again, when you're planning it, the rate of success is higher.
Right.
So then the next tip, number 3, would be set a very specific goal. So if we're back on this exercise tip, because that's what, everybody tends to do. So if you want to exercise more, then allow yourself different venues and opportunities for exercise. People just stick to, I got to get to the gym. I got to go to the gym. I got to be in the gym like 3-4 times a week. And then that kind of fizzles. So there's many ways to get exercise. There's going to the gym. There's walking. If you have pets, it's great, like especially a dog. I got a dog. Hey, Murph.
Shout out to Mr. Murphy.
I walk him every day, so that is part of my exercise. Some people like biking. Some people like hiking. So choose the different things that are fun to get that goal in of exercising or whatever else the goal it is. But be specific. Write down your choices. Okay? So 4th one is, don't take on too much. Again, just the mere thought of creating resolutions is daunting and sometimes very stressful for people. And then they just feel like, I'm such a loser because I just didn't do it. And that is not the case. You want to make yourself be in a position to be successful with your goal. So don't take on so much. Don't do too much. Mild expectations, baby steps.
Yeah, I like that. Again, with markers, and even as clinicians, when we work with our clients, a treatment plan is not a month. It's not 30 days.
Right.
It can be a year or more. And within that time of setting a specific goal for yourself, of picking yourself back up, or functioning in an area where it may have been challenging before, you have an entire year. And then there are long-term goals, and even in those long-term goals, there are short-term goals.
Right.
So, it's the same way we can apply that to ourselves. You might have a long goal or umbrella of a goal, and then underneath there, the smaller, right, the short-term baby steps.
That's what I mean by baby steps. Those short-term goals that will get you to the long-term one. Okay, number 5, choose a new resolution. So let's just get off this exercise, eat healthy tip. That's something that I guess everyone should be doing and thinking about anyway. So let's try to do something creative, something maybe you've not done before. For instance, maybe in the realm of travel. Like I want to travel to 5 new states this year. And then just plan that out. If you can do it economically, if not, do something else. But this is just an example. But do something new and different.
I have an example.
Go ahead.
So last year, I think it was like in the beginning of summer and maybe the end of summer or somewhere in between spring and summer, I took up golf. And I've never done it. I've never done it before.
Yes.
When I tell you it was so much fun, I didn't know how intense golf could be, because watching it, it's just a stick. You hit the ball and you go, no, it's not that. But it also taught me patience. When you pick up something new or you choose to do something new, you may acquire something new as well. So it taught me a lot of patience and, focus on completely different area of patience and focus, but it was something new and different, and I did it. And
I know,
I think I'm gonna do it again this summer. Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I did flag football.
Okay.
Just because that was football. I'm sorry, y'all. It's football. And I did it just because I love football, and it's a sport I've never played before. So I just, and I did it with a group of strangers. Just to do something different and something new, and it was also a way to get exercise. So I joined this team and I played for a few months, and then I was done, and I was proud of myself because I saw it through doing that.
That's good.
But don't ask me to do that. Too old. Anyway, so we'll move on to number 6. Identify accountability partners for your support. Wow, that's a big one. We've talked about this. I'm always saying find your people, find your tribe. So in the midst of creating resolutions and trying to do something new and different in the new year, find the people that support you in that. Find the people that actually want to join you in that, or find people who actually encourage you to do it, cheer you on. Find your cheerleaders.
Yeah, I have a good group of even colleagues. Whenever, we kind of consult with each other, but if we have the very similar interest, or if they kind of have like a connect or like a connection or a resource, and you feel really good because you're with like-minded people, like you said, find your group, find your tribe. But it's the support there, like you're able to come back and give a report. Oh, remember what you told me about such and such, or go this place. I went and I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I learned something new. Right.
So find your people. Okay, and then the last one, give your resolution time to become a habit. What does that mean? So let's go back to working out, because that's probably the easiest example that I can share. So for me, I've started back at getting up in the morning and working on an elliptical before I come to work. And so I'm getting up at the same time every morning, which is going to become a habit. So when I get up, I know I just stretch, warm up, get on the elliptical, stretch again, and then I take Murph out. And so that becomes my routine and my habit. But you have to be patient, because if you are adjusting to something new, you need time to do it. And so then it becomes a form of a habit.
Right.
And then it makes your journey a little easier.
I often say to clients that it takes, like the rule of 3, it takes 3 weeks for something to become, a pattern. And then maybe after 3 months of consistency, it becomes a routine. And then after that, if you're able to maintain the routine for another 3 months, it becomes a way of life. If you're able to maintain it, if you enjoy it, it becomes a discipline, and it becomes just a part of your life, and it becomes, like you said, a habit.
So you have to work at it, everybody. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about sleep for the last 2 seasons now, and I still haven't. I've tried. It does need to become a healthy habit, a healthy routine.
Yeah.
But
it's very hard to have good sleep hygiene.
Mm-hmm. You got it though. You got it.
No, because it's part of now my my routine, my habit. Because I want to when I get home from work, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And now I'm in my dark season because the weather's so awful that I don't want to go anywhere when I get home. So this will switch for me. So that's why I say there needs to be some level of flexibility in your resolutions, because this is going to switch for me come April when the time changes and there's more light and vitamin D, and then I energize after work and I'll go to the gym. And then there'll be people around me working out, and that will spur me on. But in these dark times of winter, just can't do it.
It is hard. Like, comment down below if you have some challenges with seasonal, I don't want to say seasonal depression, but sometimes these dark times, it is a challenge to get up and to be, chipper and cheery and, wear bright pink in the middle of January. In the middle of January where the snowstorm is about to occur.
Right.
But it's all pushing it forward again, trying to make those new resolutions for yourself, and again, giving yourself some breaks, but also be specific. Take some time, find your crew, find your tribe, and hopefully it'll become something new for you.
And baby steps, everybody. Baby steps.
Well, that was our first episode of season 4. I can't believe we're in season 4.
I know, it's been a journey.
Yes, we're so excited. We have, again, Wendy's already mentioned, we have at least one live episode coming up. I'm really excited about that. But we hope that you're excited for our return. Comment down below. But remember to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Absolutely.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Wendy.
This is Making a Difference in Mental Health, where we're always striving to make a difference in mental health.
Take care.